Juliana, you believe that Eric sexually abused your son?
100%. I believe my kid.
What happened?
We were getting ready for work, and I use a professional dental kit to clean my teeth. And he did exactly what he said. He said, "Is this to get the?"
Isn't that, what did you think when he said that? Like,
I didn't know what to think at the time.
so do you think he used the dental kit on your son?
Yes, I believe so.
And what did you say to him?
Well, I said, "No, it's for your teeth."
Okay.
But I didn't feel right, so I went to my supervisor and I talked to her. And so when I came home, I pulled it back out and I said, "What is this for?" And he said the same thing, to get. And so I asked him, I said, "Has anybody hurt your bottom?" And he told me yes. And I said, "Okay, well, who?" And he said, "Daddy." I asked him, "Okay, where?" He said, "In my room." I said, "Where was Mommy?" "I don't know." He said, "I don't know." So I assumed I wasn't home. Right there, I went to the police precinct from there immediately.
And what happened?
They took my statement, and I never heard from them again.
You never heard from the police again?
Never heard from them
Not
again.
even a follow-up call from
Nope.
a detective or anything?
They didn't, but they didn't put it over to SVU. I tried to call SVU. I never got through to them. So when I didn't hear from them, I went and called CPS. I gave them my police report number, and CPS said, "Well, you already have custody, so there's nothing we can do."
And when did you confront Eric about it?
I called him that night. I called him that
He
night,
didn't
and I
live
reeled
with
him
you
out.
he didn't live with you?
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
He did. As soon as he found out that we went to the police station, he left all his stuff there, didn't come back for his stuff, never came back to the apartment.
Well, wait a second. How did he know he went to the police?
I told him I did.
Oh, and so you said, "Hey, did you do this?" And what was his reaction?
Oh, he denied it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
no,
then
I love my son.
he picked up his stuff and he just.
He didn't pick up his
Oh,
stuff.
he didn't take anything?
Oh, no, he never came back.
So after he left, did he would come back and see his son?
Originally, no, I didn't allow him to.
Yeah.
I did not
How
allow
long
him
did that
to.
go on for?
For a good 6 or 7 months, because I didn't trust him. But I put my son in therapy, and he was diagnosed with PTSD, and he has dissociation spells. And he
But
had
there was no physical evidence of
No,
abuse, right?
there was no physical.
No injuries that the doctors were able to determine?
No.
When was he allowed to see your son again?
When the therapist had told me, to do supervised visitation when he asks, because he was having a very hard time from having daddy every day to no daddy at all. And it was affecting him behavior-wise.
So your son wanted to see Daddy?
He does. He loves his father.
Now, Eric says on the tape that he wonders if you're accidentally coaching him by confusing him.
He's so full of it.
No?
No.
And if Eric is here today and he fails the lie detector test, what will you do?
I'm going back to the precinct.
Okay, so Eric is in the green room, and I'm told he doesn't want to come out.
Of course not.
All right, well, I'm going to go back and talk to Eric.
Am
You
I
want to
gonna
come
come
with me?
How's it going?
How you doing, Eric?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Thought you wanted to come on the Steve Wilkos show.
We are on the Steve Wilkos show.
But-
And we're backstage.
We're backstage.
Yeah, we're backstage. Yeah, we're backstage.
You're such a baby.
Oh, you're such a child.
Oh,
Oh, you're so immature.
oh.
You want your test answers?
Yeah.
I took the lie detectors test. That's why we're
You
here.
can't man up and go out on stage.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm just curious, why didn't you initially want to come out on stage?
I had a rough night and stuff.
Okay. Did you ever sexually assault your son?
No, never.
Never stuck anything?
Nope.
Then why would he say it?
You know what? When you guys had asked him those questions, I feel like our son might have been confused.
He was 3 years old.
Okay, and he's young as well, and he could be
What
confused
3-year-old
as well.
says daddy stabbed me?
I would never do anything to that my child.
Before this accusation came up of with your son, how was your relationship with her?
Our relationship was rocky. It was up and down. I had my issues. I was smoking a lot of weed day in, day night. Every day, all day long. I don't really smoke as much anymore.
So it was a big issue back then.
It was a really big issue, yeah.
Did you work back then?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I maintained my job, you know.
But you just smoke a lot.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just,
so
you know, I smoked a lot of marijuana.
before the accusation came out, you planned on staying in the relationship, right?
Well, we were gonna work our relationship out.
And then you left all your stuff and you left.
So I initially was at my sister's house for the weekend. I was gonna come back to the house, but you know, she just told me not to come
And you
back.
never
she
came
was
back?
very angry. I tried to come back. She was angry.
But you never came back.
I didn't come back, but I came back after a few months.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Over the past year, how many times have you seen your son?
Probably like 15 times.
15 times in a year, like a little over once a month. What's the relationship like with the two of you now? Not that you have one, but I mean, are you civil with each other?
I try to be, for the most part.
She's civil to you?
It's a little rocky, but we were working on it.
Yeah. And you guys don't ever fool around or anything, right?
No,
No.
Okay. You got a girlfriend now?
I do.
And she's 2 months pregnant.
She is 7 months pregnant.
7 months pregnant?
Yeah.
Do you feel bad that you're not more in your son's life?
I do feel bad, and I would like to be there.
Does he
for
give
him
you
more.
money for the son?
He's supposed to pay child support.
Does he give you money? No. What, you don't give her money?
I pay child support.
Do you give her money?
Anytime she.
Do you give her money? It's a
Yes.
yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're saying no?
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon.
She
Once
gets
in a
child
blue
support,
moon.
and then anytime she asks for money, I give
Are
to
you
her.
working now?
Yeah. I just started working. I have a job.
Are you going to pass this lie detector test?
Yeah, I know I will.
You know you will.
Yeah.
You came here and we gave you a lie detector test to make sure you weren't lying and fabricating. And we asked you, Juliana, did you tell your son to say his father, Eric, sexually abused him? You answered no. Are you fabricating the story that Eric sexually molested your son? You answered no. Results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Juliana told the truth.
Now what? I'm waiting for yours.
Man, I hope you pass, because if you don't, like, she's going to go back to the cops. I got to imagine the woman that's pregnant with your child now might
She'll
wanna-
probably stay with him.
Why do you say that?
Because she defends everything he does.
Eric came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked him, have you ever sexually molested your 4-year-old son? You answered no. Have you ever sexually abused your son with any object? You answered no. Did you ever sexually abuse your son with Juliana's flosser? You answered no. Results came back all the same, and it came back that Eric told the truth.
I told you, I wasn't lying. I never have.
We need to figure out who did it then.
My story has been the same since day one. I will never hurt my child.
Somebody did.
I love my son. Granted, I father, and I can admit that. But at the end of the day, anytime she messages me and he needs anything, I am there.
You know, and we're glad, right? You're
Yes.
happy and relieved, right?
Yes.
We both have clarity. We both have the answers that we want.
But it took a year. It took over a year since the allegation came out.
Yep.
That, you know, and over a year, you went from seeing your son every day to, you know,
I
seeing
wasn't
him.
seeing him, and I can admit that.
Right.
I wasn't seeing him. And the reason why I wasn't seeing him, I can tell you why, is because Juliana was upset with me.
Because you were
and
scared of her.
I did what I was supposed to do.
She did what she was supposed to she protected our son.
Okay. I don't want to hear a sob story here. So you got a little boy now who's how old? 4? Going to be 4. And you're going to, do you know what you're having now?
A girl.
A little girl. So now, perfect, right? Same as I got. A little boy, little girl.
Yep.
And are you going to be a dad that they, you know, when they get to be the age of like my children? I think my children are very proud of me. You know, serving them. No. I'm not doing it for that. But I've always done something with my life. When I got out of high school, I joined the Marines. I became a police officer. I got on TV. I've always busted my ass because I wanted to be somebody. And then when I had kids, I wanted to be somebody they look up to. Are you going to be that dad?
Yeah, I
When
am.
are you going to start?
Well, I'm going to start after the show.
Well, that's good. Hope it works out for you.
It's very nice
Thanks
to
for
meet
coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You go out there.